within that month, like, because I started this in like the beginning of September, like later within September, I noticed like I had this rash, like it was like itching, and I was like, you know, what is it? And I was talking to my roommate and my mom, and my mother kept saying, it could be that new diet that you're on. I was like, no, like, can't be, that's ridiculous. And I had bought a new Bath and Body Works like shower gel and lotion, and I used it, and then like soon after the rash appeared, I was like, it must be that. And I was like, oh no, I'm allergic to scented things now, what am I gonna do? But turns out it wasn't that. I kept doing some research, and it turned out to be the keto rash, which not that many people get, but with my look, I got it, and it was intense. Within a few days, it spread like crazy, and I couldn't stop itching. I usually have like, now I have a, you know, acrylic on my nails, but last guy I didn't have, it was just my nails, and I usually have really long nails, and I was like, I would go to school the next day extremely tired. Why? Because I didn't sleep the night, because I was up all night scratching. I would just be like scratching hair, like my chest, my arms, my stomach area. That's mainly where it was. The itching, the back of my neck, it was ridiculous. Like, it was driving me insane. And I told some of the teachers, and I forgot, like in between area, my arm, crazy itchy, like on both sides, that dip. So I told some of the other teachers, and they was like, well, maybe you're allergic to something, it could be to salt, you probably developed an allergy. And I was just like, well, I've never had allergies. I was just like going crazy. And so some of them gave me cortisone, hydrocortisone, is that what it's called? That cream, this cream. Yeah, so I used that, and it helped for a while, and then it got to a point I just couldn't deal with it anymore. It was like driving me crazy. I was ripping my skin apart, and there are no doctors on the island, so I flew out to Anchorage. I saw a doctor. I went to urgent care. They tested me for allergies. I was not allergic to anything. Then I made an appointment within that little time that I was there to go see a specialist, skin specialist. I went, and she checked me out, she saw everything, and she's like, when did this start appearing? And I told her, I was like, I'm pretty sure, like I did my own research, and I'm pretty sure this is keto rash, and the scientific term is this right here. I'm not even gonna attempt to pronounce it, because I'm probably going to murder it. So yeah, and she's like, yeah, well, I don't think that's what it is, and I just don't think that's what it is, and blah blah blah. And I was just shaking my head. I was like, whatever, like, what can you give me? So she gave me, I forgot the exact names, I got rid of them by now, but one of them was like stuff you could get hooked on, and I'm like, I'm not for that. She's like, you gotta wean yourself off, and I was like, anything like that, that's not for me. So I took like one in the beginning. She gave me like 2 pills, and then this huge tub of this cream that's supposed to quell the itching. So I brought all of that back, and I was using it, and it helped. And for a while it like calmed down, and sometimes it would flare back up, and it would flare with like heat. And unfortunately for me, all I shower in is hot, like really hot water. So it would flare up, most of the time when it's a shower. After a while, it dissipated, it kind of disappeared, and it wasn't a big issue, which I was very glad for, because I could actually sleep. I could sleep. But it left me with some scarring that I still have a little bit. I'm sure you can still see it. It's not as bad as it was. Believe me, it was ridiculous. Like, I look like a leopard. But anyway, so oh yeah, it was prednisone. That was a tablet. That's what it was. There has been a downside to this, and that is that I think it got worse or developed. I am not even sure, because I didn't see a doctor until like way later, not until like in May of 2019 that I was able to see a doctor about this. But I developed anemia, like, and I still have it, even though I'm trying to eat, like, put more foods into my diet that will get rid of that, alleviate that. I developed anemia, and it was ridiculous. Like, I couldn't stand up too fast. I would get super dizzy. One time I walked in the snow traveling from my apartment to the school, which is not a long walk, but with the heavy snow and I think I was carrying some things to school, and it was just so much for me that I got so winded, and I literally passed out in the first classroom. I was just like out on the floor, like I was so dizzy I couldn't move. Before that, I told my mom that I wasn't feeling well, so she called me, but I couldn't answer because my phone was in my bag, which was just thrown across the room, and I was just there passed out, and people came in like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I just had to catch myself. Like, I literally fell asleep on that floor, I'm not kidding, for like probably 30 minutes to probably an hour. Then I caught myself, and yeah, so I was like, when I go home, I'm going to a doctor. I went to the doctor, and it was confirmed that I have low blood, which is anemia, and I've been working with that, working on it. And another symptom besides that is that you really cold. Like, before I had that, I was cold anyway, but then it's just like extreme. Everyone else is warm, and I'm like freezing. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.